Contradiction, you know what's a contradiction? This freaking outfit, look. My Gymshark workout shorts on. That's why we're filming from here up. The beauty of YouTube. What's up, it's Jan back at it again with another nerdy bookish video. This is gonna be the Contradictions Book Tag. My girl Sid from Sid Bookworm tagged me in this and I'm so excited for it. I have never heard of this tag until I saw her video. I will leave the original creator down below. I can't think of the creator's name at the top of my head. I watched the video too. Okay, I'm sorry, but it'll be linked down below, I promise. There are 8 little prompts. You'll see the pattern. I did plan it out already because I wanted to be prepared, you know? Let's just head on right into it. Thank you so much to Sid for tagging me. Let's get it. Number 1, I love this genre, but I hate this book. And I have 2 answers. So I have multiple answers for almost all of these. Since it only has 8 questions, prompts, whatever, I was like, why not? Why not? Take a crazy chance. That was not planned. That's how my brain works. I'm perpetually in High School Musical. Okay, wow. I should have grabbed that beer in my fridge because my energy is... No, I didn't grab it because I want to work out again. That's why I'm in my workout shorts. Okay. Love this genre, hate this book. Dark academia. Love that genre, right? At this point, it's its own genre. Let's be freaking real. It could be dark academia, like thriller, fantasy, whatever. But to me, dark academia is its own genre. Hated the book, A Deadly Education by Naomi Novik. If you know me, you know how much I despise this book. I hate talking about it, but you've heard me say a billion times that I was so excited for this book because the cover was exactly my aesthetic, you know, black and gold. Everyone knows it's my favorite color combo and I have a lot of things that are that color combo and I just like, obsessed. Okay, and then like the witchiness, the magic, love it. The premise also captivated me. You know, this like magical school where there are no teachers, monsters attack you every day and you basically just have to make sure you don't die, right? But the characters were so annoying, specifically the main character. This book took me weeks to finish. I bought it full price. I did a self-care B-roll vlog. I'll link that down below because I am pretty proud of that vlog. But I bought A Deadly Education in that vlog and I was so highly disappointed. I'm not reading The Last Graduate. I'm skeptical about picking up anything else by Naomi Novik. Maybe I'll give her another chance one of these days because I've heard semi-good things about like Spinning Silver and stuff, but like, I don't know. I don't want to risk it. I'm too scared. But yeah, that's that. And then my second answer for this question prompt, what should I call these? Questions? Whatever. Love this genre. Thrillers. Hated the book He Started It by Samantha Downing. I'm gonna link my top 10 worst books of 2021 down below because I ranted about this raged about this book. Yeah, this took me quite a long time as well, even though the chapters are so short. I absolutely loved My Lovely Wife by Samantha Downing. This was her sophomore novel and it's about this family and a couple friends, I think, or a couple of their significant others, whatever, go on this road trip on a mission to like get their grandpa's inheritance or something like that. Basically, the whole thing was about money and this inheritance and whatever, and then people start dying and then the ending was such a cop-out. Like, it was just so, like, the author tried to make it shocking and compelling and freaking jaw-dropping, like holy shit psycho rage type thing, but like it was just lackluster, anticlimactic, not it. I just could not. It was so dumb. Moving on. Number 2, don't really read this genre, but I love this book. Okay, this one I only have one answer for because for the life of me, I was blanking out. So the genre I picked that I don't really read is sci-fi, but I loved An Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green. So when I picked this up, I didn't even know it was sci-fi. I had no idea what it was about. I just knew that Hank Green is John Green's brother and John Green is an icon. So I picked it up blindly, basically, and then I was like, robots, technology, aliens, what is happening? So it was like that type of sci-fi. It wasn't like space opera type of sci-fi and like hella world building type thing. Maybe that's why I was able to enjoy it. I've yet to read the second one. I really do want to read the second one. I still remember quite a bit about that book for how long it's been since I've read it. I might have read it the year it came out, I think. I still pretty much remember it, so I don't feel the need to reread it in order to read the sequel, so maybe eventually. But yeah, that's my answer for that. Number 3, love this trope, but not this book. This one I have 2 answers as well. So the first one, I love the cult trope, books that involve cults, whether it's part of the twist or not. And I did not love A History of Wild Places by Shea Earnshaw. This was a very recent read. My vlog that I just put up this morning, actually like 1 a.m. this morning, the one where I go visit and meet up with Sarah from Sarah's Shelves, that's the vlog that I finished this book in. So if you want my like in-depth thoughts, go watch that. I'll have that linked down below. But yeah, A History of Wild Places. So going into this, I knew it was culty. I knew it was magical realism, thriller, cult, all my buzzwords, right? Yeah, it was not it. I did like one of the twists. There were multiple twists. There were some tropes that I did like that were incorporated in this. I wish there was more magical realism. I wish the one twist wasn't something I've already read before. It wasn't really anything. Okay, it is a unique story, I will give it that. It's just not what I was looking for in this book. I think I wanted more whimsy than what it was. I don't know. There's my most hated trope in this book, as I said in my vlog. It was very slow for a thriller is what it's pitched as, at least by some people. And yeah, the twist was just not it. But it could be really it for some people, so don't let me deter you from reading this. The writing is gorgeous. It's very atmospheric, I will say that. This was my first Shea Earnshaw book. So yeah, at the end of the day, I'm glad I read it to see where I stand with it. The first chapter is freaking 40 pages long, so beware of that, but they do get shorter as it goes on, and there are multiple perspectives, which I enjoyed. My favorite character was B, I think. Those are my thoughts on that. The second answer to this book is I love the vampire trope, as y'all know if it wasn't obvious already from my obsession with The Dowry of Blood and Black Sunshine and all my bats and shit everywhere. Love the vampire trope. Did not love the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires by Grady Hendrix. I thought I would hate this book because of the rat scene, the dreaded rat scene that everyone warned me about, literal like page numbers people were giving me because it's that bad of a rat scene, and that's my biggest phobia. So I thought I would hate it because of that, but no, that was the most exciting part of this book. Everything else was so boring to me. I don't understand. I don't get the hype. So this is about like rich Southern moms who live in Georgia who have a book club, and then there's a vampire that moves in, and we all know who the vampire is when we first start. Why did I tab this book so much? I don't even know, but I did get my reactions to the rat scene on video, on a vlog. I'll try to remember which one that is. I don't remember, but I'll link it down below so y'all can see my reaction because I thought it was really funny. I don't remember much about it. I just know that it wasn't what I wanted from a vampire book. I feel like the vampire was like way too not vampire-y for my liking, you know? I did like Horror Story by Grady Hendrix, even though that one had a rat scene as well. And I've also read My Best Friend's Exorcism. So I do enjoy Grady Hendrix's writing. Now I want to read his other two books. Fuck, now that I'm like reliving my experience. I own The Final Girl Support Group, which I know has hella mixed reviews, and then I also have We Sold Our Souls, which not a lot of people I know have read, That made sense, right? Maybe. But yeah, I know this is like a booktube beloved for a lot of people, but it just not a Jan beloved. Sorry, not sorry. Number 4, I hate this trope, but I love this book. Fake dating. I always roll my eyes when I hear that a book has a fake dating trope in it, or like when no one tells me there is, and then I find out like, oh, like let's pretend, and I'm just like, seriously. But I love these two babies. Take a Hint, Danny Brown by Talia Hibbert and The Love Hypothesis by Ali Hazelwood. Love them. So worth the hype, especially this one with all the hype it got. I thought I would hate it because I get so annoyed when books are overhyped, but this one lived up to it, surprisingly. I'll have my Love Hypothesis romance reading vlog linked down below. I had a good time with that one. I'm pretty proud of that vlog. Take a Hint, Danny Brown is one of my favorite romances of all time. It's the mental health rep for me. I didn't even care that there was fake dating. Zaf and Danny, I stan till my grave. Like, I love them so much. They're one of my favorite couples ever. I want to reread this so badly. I read it from the library and then I bought a physical copy immediately just so I could reread it. This was the only Brown Sisters book that I was obsessed with. Get a Life, Chloe Brown I read after this, not before, so that was my first mistake. My bad. But yeah, that was very mediocre. I needed the audiobook to finish it. I started it physically, I couldn't do it. But this one, I was hooked. Eve Brown, I gave 4 stars, but like it wasn't Zaf and Danny, you know? It just wasn't it. It talks about men's mental health. That's a huge part of this book, which I loved. The steamy scenes were steamy, let me tell you. Oh, another one. Hate this trope. Unexpected pregnancy. Everyone who knows me knows I hate that trope. That is my most hated trope. Unexpected pregnancy. And this isn't a spoiler, just so y'all know. It's pretty early in the book. I loved Ties That Tether by Jane Icaro. I also loved The Sweetest Remedy by Jane Icaro. That didn't have the unexpected pregnancy trope though. Ties That Tether I read in like a day and a half or something. I buddy read it with Christina from Christina's Chapters, and it was a Sponto buddy read and it worked out for us. I loved it. I loved the romance in that. It was so sweet. It was so wholesome, and it talked a lot about like family expectations and cultural expectations as well, cultural standards, because it's about this girl who's Nigerian, who is falling for a non-Nigerian man. I forgot what his nationality was. He was not Nigerian, and it caused a whole fiasco in the family. But yeah, love that book so much. But yeah, I hate the unexpected pregnancy trope. It literally makes me cramp. It physically pains me to read about people being pregnant. Saying the word pregnant right now is causing me cramps. I'm not even exaggerating. Like, it's that bad how much I don't want kids. Ever. Okay? Okay. Number 5, I love this author, but not this book. I have several. This is the one I have the most answers for, I think. So y'all know how much I stan TJR, right? Taylor Jenkins Reid. I love every single one of her books. I've read every single one. I loved every single one. All of them were 5 stars, except maybe In Another Life, I think I gave 4 stars. And then we have Malibu Rising. I still gave it 3 stars, I think. I always forget whether it was 2 or 3. The only reason I like this book was because when I first visited Jessie, this was one of their gifts to me, and they annotated it for me. They hated it more than I did, so it did like kind of influence my reading experience going into it, but at the same time it still wasn't Taylor Jenkins Reid's best work whatsoever. I did like the ending because it had one of my favorite tropes when it comes to endings, but otherwise the characters were flat, the plot was flat. I understand the appeal with like the family dynamics and the drama and everything, but it was just, if you told me this was Taylor Jenkins Reid's debut, I would have believed you. This is her newest work as of my time filming this. I'll link my vlog down below. I have one for this one too, don't you worry. Love Simone St. James. Did not love The Book of Cold Cases. Just read this recently as well, also in the cabin vlog with Sarah. I gave it 3 stars. The dual timelines, she still killed, nailed, loved it. She does it in a way that it's not confusing, that it flows very seamlessly. She does paranormal elements really well, and that held true for this book as well. She creates really good characters, in my opinion. It's just the plot of this one fell off a little for me. Sounded like I said fell off. Fell off a little for me about halfway through. Kind of lost my interest. There are some content warnings for sexual assault and things like that for this book, so tread with caution. I talked about this book in that vlog as Criminal Minds because of the true crime, meets Home Before Dark because of the haunted mansion, and meets The 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo because of Beth being an old woman who used to be notorious for being the female serial killer of the 1970s, and she refuses to do interviews with anyone, but she agreed to do one with Shay for some reason. And yeah, so if that all rings bells for you, rings interest, whatever, I don't know what I'm saying, then yeah, pick this up, give it a shot. You might love it. I didn't hate it, but I love The Broken Girls and love The Sundown Motel, and this comes in 3rd in my Simone St. James ranking. Speaking of ranking, I have a vlog for Riley Sager because I read all his books, and Riley Sager, loved the author, did not like The Last Time I Lied. This one's the summer camp one. This one's I think his debut, isn't it? No, Final Girls is his debut. Yeah, but this is a summer camp one. Honestly, I already forgot the twist. I think it got redundant at some point because it talked about, what did it talk about? There was a game that they kept playing. What the fuck are these tabs? Why did I only tab like 5? Like, that's how you know I didn't like the book. And I needed the audiobook to finish this. Like, I used it as my crutch type thing. Sometimes I choose to use the audiobook just to enhance my reading experience and to like speed it up, but I needed it to get through because I was trudging through this bitch, like, let me freaking tell you. Just watch that vlog if you're curious. I also have Emily Henry. Loved Beach Read, but I did not love Book Lovers. I read it, I had an NetGalley arc. I was so disappointed. I think I still gave it 3 stars. I might have given it 2. No, I like the ending, so I think I gave it 3. But it was less of a romance, more of a like sister dynamic. And my big thing was they called each other sissy, and they were grown-ass women, and it made me so annoyed. It was distracting. It was really not what I wanted. It wasn't what I wanted. It didn't have as deep of, okay, it had like some grief in it and everything, but it didn't grip me. It didn't make me want to cry. It didn't have as many layers as Beach Read did. Disappointing. Disappointing. It was one of my most anticipated of 2022 too, but alas. All right, number 6. I dislike this author, but I like this book. The author that I dislike, that I always shit on, is Colleen Hoover. But I did like Layla. I really enjoyed the twist. I was screaming. I gave that book 5 stars. I read it on Kindle Unlimited. My camera's dying, so I gotta speed it up. But I hated Ugly Love. I hate that she's blowing up BookTube, Bookstagram, BookTok, everything. I hate seeing her name, her ugly ass covers. Her covers are all hideous. I have yet to read Verity, and I'm very excited to read that after Layla now. All right, number 7. Love this cover, not the book. Love this cover. This cover is immaculate. Everything I ever wanted, all the spooky vibes. Hated the book. I have a vlog for it. I read it for Sapphic-a-thon. It does not have the magic that I wanted. I also rage about it in my worst books of 2021. So there's that. Number 8, hate the cover, love the book. The Risk by S.T. Abbey. The first book in the Mindfuck series. The cover is atrocious. That whole series, atrocious. But I love the first one. I gave it 5 stars. It's a sexy thriller type thing where the female serial killer is dating the FBI agent who is investigating her case, but he doesn't know that it's her case. So it's like, it's just such a good premise. Love it. Of course, it cut off right when I was doing my outro. If you made it to the end of this video, put the shrugging emoji in the comments down below, because like contradictions, you know, whatever. Thank you so much for watching. Hope y'all had a great day. Stay safe and stay positive always. Oh, and I'll tag the people I want to tag down below, because I'm running out of time and my brain doesn't work, okay? Stay safe and stay positive always, and I'll see y'all on my next one. Bye!